Hello folks, this is Sheila E. from Tennessee, and I just wanted to show you how to make a quick and easy pot of dumplings. We've boiled some chicken drumetts and legs, and we're going to put them on the barbecue grill. So I wanted a little bit of a bite of dumplings to go with that. So right here I've got the broth that was left from cooking the chicken legs, and I took some of it out because I'm going to add a little bit of this other broth. This is a great value chicken broth. See here? I'll probably put about a cup in there. And then I'm going to make sure that so then I'm going to add some salt. And we'll just guess at it. It's going to be to your taste on the salt. You got 3 or 4 rounds going around with that shaker. And the most important thing, I guess, in your dumplings is your black pepper. And I use a coarse ground black pepper, and that's to your taste too. So I've got my flour out here, and I don't do mine like everybody else does. I don't make biscuits, and I mean, as far as putting biscuits in them, that's a half a cup measure. I'm pretty sure. And that's a half a cup, so that was one of them, plump full. And then that's a heaping, so that's 1 cup heaping. 2 cups heaping. That's quite a bit of broth, so I'd say about 2.5 cups heaping of self-rising flour. That's white lily flour also too. Won't make no mess. That flour makes such an awful mess. Don't it, folks? You all. And I bet you can't guess what I've got over here in this pan either. I'll show you here in just a minute. There's some extra chicken broth that I took out bad. I don't know if I'll need it or not. But now on my dumplings, I get my broth boiling at a medium boil. Just a medium boil. And I'm going to put some water. So I'm going to measure this water for you. Let me just go ahead and put the water in it, and then I do it just like I do cornbread. Put cold water. And I just stir it up until I feel like it's at the right consistency. And that was 3.5 cups of flour, self-rising flour. So we're going to start out with 1 cup of cold water, and I know that won't be enough, so we're going to go ahead and just put 2. But you want this really thick. Okay, let's see what that does. You want this real thick, almost like a brownie texture. I'm going to put about a half a cup more. We're going to use a half a cup of water, and then we're just going to add a little bit at a time. I don't put shortening or butter or anything in them. This makes the big fluffy dumplings. I went ahead and put that other half a cup of water. This makes the big fluffy dumplings. It doesn't make a little flat pastry, like the little flat dumplings. You can do that too. You can take this same dough, roll it out on parchment paper and flour, roll it out and flatten it. I'm going to put about another half a cup of that flour. Not put too much water, because you want this really, 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 really thick. See that? See that? That would be the texture you would put out on your paper, and then flour it and roll it out to make your flat dumplings. So let me turn you back around here. We've got just a slow boil. We'll turn that up just a little bit. measure, and that's all they are, folks. I mean, it makes some really, really good dumplings with just your chicken broth, salt and pepper, and flour. Just a big old ball of flour and water. Same thing I would use to make flitter bread, only it's a more runnier texture. This is the way my grandmother made them. You know, they didn't have much back in those days, and so they used what they had. Just flour and water is what she showed me. And they make a big old fat fluffy dumpling. Okay, I'm going to show you this. You got to have it. See, it's just barely boiling. Just a really slow boil, folks. And that's about a tablespoon. I'm just going to drop it in there. Another tablespoon. Drop it in there. Another tablespoon. I want you to see how they're already floating to the top there. You see them? That was 3 cups of flour total, self-rising hot lily flour, and approximately 2.5 cups of water. Your chicken broth, where you boil your chicken, and you can add a little bit of broth if you want to make it more full flavor tasting. Making sure all those are down in there. I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to put me a lid on it. Cut the heat down, and I'm going to cut it way down to about medium low, and I'm going to put me a lid on it right there. I'm going to take me a wooden spoon though, put me a lid on it, and let them babies cook. So I'll be right back with the finished product, okay? Alright folks, we're back, and I wanted to show you how them's blowed up there, just puffed up, and I'm just waiting for I had the heat cut down, I'm just waiting for the heat to get back up. Trying to separate them now into individual ones. It'll start boiling here in just a minute. This is literally a comfort food. It sure ain't no diet food, I'll tell you that. Just waiting on it to bubble up there. I'll be right back, folks. Alright folks, I'm going to show you how this is boiling here. We got big old fluffy dumplings cooking. Now you have to have self-rising flour with this. So I'll be right back. Alright folks, I want you to see this, see how beautiful these big old fat dumplings are. I want you to look here with a dumpling. As my daughter says, fat people like dumplings. So I guess we like dumplings. I guess we're a little plump, slightly plump. Is them not gorgeous, you all? I'm going to put a little more black pepper on there. And I'm going to taste of the salt, make sure I got enough salt in them. And all that was chicken broth, salt and pepper, and make your dough with flour and water. I'm going to get me a spoon. I'm going to taste of this salt. I don't think it needs no more salt. I'm going to get one of these out here in a bowl and show you how fluffy and pretty these are. Just hold on. All right, folks, I'm gonna get one of these out. I'm gonna try to get one of these big old fat ones out. Look at here. And I'm gonna put me some broth in there. I want you to look. Let's look right here. Now I want you to look at that. You see that, Fluffy? That's fluffy comfort dumplings. Them big fat dumplings. See that? Alright, guys. You have a good evening. This is Sheila E. from Tennessee. Wanted to show you that dumpling recipe with very little minimum ingredients. That's the way my grandmother showed me how to make them. You have to have self-rising flour. That was about 3 cups of self-rising flour. I'm going to say approximately probably 6-8 cups of broth where you cook your chicken, and then salt and pepper, and then mix your flour and water up really stiff and drop them in there in a boiling water, in the boiling broth. Let them cook a few minutes on that slow boil, and then cut them down, put your lid over them. Watch them really close because they'll boil over. And then when you see them getting round and puffy up, just go ahead and take the lid off and turn your heat back up till they float to the top. Alright, that's Sheila E. from Tennessee. You all may have a good day, have a good evening. May God bless you. Always smile because smiles are contagious. Always give God glory, thanks and praise for all He does for us. And share what He has, what He gives you. Share the blessings that He gives you. You always share with others. So until we see each other again, it's going to be delicious, you all. Thank you. Bye-bye. I forgot to show you my brownies, folks. Told you I had something in a pan here I wanted you to see. Look at there. Part of them's got walnuts and part of them's got big chocolate chunks. So that's going to be our dessert. See that? All right. Again, until we see each other again, Sheila E. from Tennessee.